everyone, welcome to Knitting Noodles podcast. I believe this is episode 5, I'm pretty sure. Welcome if you're new. My name is Adira. I have my own knitting baby business. I make things for babies to sell, and I also have a YouTube channel where I teach other people how to knit. Today I'm gonna be going over the review of the month. I do these monthly. So let me first go over this month. It's been kind of crazy and hectic. Oh, I just realized I left my fan on. Hold on, let me turn that off. There we go, that's a little better. Okay, so this month has been a little crazy, hectic. Started off with a nice car accident, which massively screwed us over, because the other guy, it was a hit and run. My boyfriend was driving to work, everyone's fine, but the other guy who hit him drove off, and luckily some really nice people followed him, got his license plate, got a description of him, so we were able to file a police report. But yeah, find out that the guy was uninsured, so our car is still damaged, and this happened the week before we had our fair, so we had to scramble and find a rental car in order to fit all of our fair stuff into a car. Thank goodness that all worked out. So yeah, the next thing that happened is we had me and my friend had our fair that we did. It turned out all right. It wasn't a phenomenal fair. It was an expensive fair too, which was really disappointing. They did not do a great job of advertising, so a lot of the vendors suffered, us included. We did not make the table back. I made it a little bit closer than my friend did, which for the first time ever, but it wasn't a great fair. So we decided to hold off until August, because we feel like knit goods, crochet goods, people are more interested in the fall time anyway. So we're gonna hold off until then and use the summer to really work on things. And that's the other thing that I want to announce, is that pretty soon we're going to be launching our own little summer challenge, which you'll find on our Instagram. I'll make a video on here when it's launched. It's more of a personal thing to challenge ourselves, but if you want to join in, we're going to make like a little graphic thing for everyone to follow along. And it should be really fun. A little summer challenge to get stuff done over the summer and explore some new things. So pretty excited about that. We've come up with our themes, so we just have to type it up and release it. It's gonna start in June, so probably the next video that I do, I'll go over more details of it. And again, all the information is gonna be on my Instagram if you want to follow me on there, and that you'll be notified when it's released. But yes, that's the next thing coming out. And then yesterday, which was Sunday, me and my friend went to a yarn festival, which was so much fun. We spent way too much money, but it was really fun connecting with people, talking with people, and getting some really nice yarns. I'm gonna go over some of the stuff that I got there. I got convinced to pick up spinning again. I haven't spun in years and years. I do have a spinning wheel hidden back in my attic, like back in the corner that I have to fish out. But I got convinced to start it up again, so I'm gonna try. You might see some updates on some spinning projects in future videos. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I saw some people that I haven't seen in a while, and we just got chatting with a lot of really nice people, a lot of really nice yarn vendors. It was kind of on the smaller side. It was the Long Island Fiber Festival, not the biggest one. I know that I think the Northeast Fiber Festival is the big one that I might want to go to. We'll see. But I excuse myself for spending money there, because it was an event, so I don't think it matters as much. And I bought things for a purpose. I didn't just buy things because they were pretty, kind of. one thing I bought because it was pretty, and I've never worked with it before, so I got it to have it. But I'm gonna use it, so it's fine. Alright, I think that's it for the overall things going on. Oh wait, there's one more thing actually. I am launching a product line, a product thing, a set on my Etsy. My big thing lately has been recycled sweaters, taking apart sweaters and making something new out of them. I am going to be offering on my Etsy, there's going to be more details on there once I actually launch it, but I'm going to have pre-made sets that you can order, or if you want to get a custom order, I can make a baby set for you out of your loved one's sweater. So just thought I'd throw that out there. I should have that launched by the end of the month if anyone's interested, or to give you ideas for you to do for a present for someone else, because it really is a really sweet idea for people who aren't as crafty and want to have a connection with loved ones that maybe are far away or are deceased and still have some of their clothing. So yeah, that's what I'm launching. And now let's get into what I've actually done this month. I've made a lot. Alright, so I'll first go over what I have sold this month that I don't have with me. The fair, I did sell $65 worth of things. So I think that's all I sold this month. So what I have sold is a baby set. So the pink bonnet, pacifier clip, and baby booties. Someone bought that as a set at the craft fair. It was actually the vendor next to us. Her daughter was having a baby, so she was selling with her daughter, so she had to sneak over while her daughter wasn't at the table to buy it. So I sold that. I sold an organic mouse, and I sold a fish toy, and I sold one of my pigs. Oh, and I sold 2 hair scrunchies. So I think that's all that I sold. Yes, that's all that I sold. But equaled $65, so it was pretty good. For me, that was pretty good. So let's go over some of the stuff that I have made this month. I'll start off with, let me try to go in order. I'll start off with all of the bonnets that I have. So last month I was on a huge bonnet kick. Like I said, one of them sold. I should have the blue one here as well. I can't find it. But I still do have the blue one. I don't think I sold that one. So I still have, this is like a copper. This looks pink, but it's more of a pinkish brown. There's this one, which is a tan brown, and then this one, which is like a teal brown. So these 3 I have left. I made these all in the last month. I believe the last one you saw me, I had just started this one. Both of these I had finished this month, like started and actually finished them. Now to go with those, I also have some pacifier clips. Keep having to reach down to grab my stuff. These are the 3 that I have. I don't remember if I showed this one before, so I'll put that down. But these are 2 of them. I don't believe I made one of the teal and the coppery brown yet, but the pink one sold while I was at the fair. So I only have 2 right now. I have to make a few more. But yeah. These are pretty cute, and I just bought some pacifiers actually, so I can actually have a model of what these look like more accurately in photos for my Etsy, which was funny because my son has way outgrown pacifiers, and we never use them anyway, so it was funny sending my partner out to get pacifiers. And then to go with that, I also have baby booties. I have a whole bunch of baby booties. Let me grab them all. I think this is all of them. I have 2 pairs of this color. I just dropped the other one, but there's one slightly larger pair and then one smaller pair. This is more like preemie, fresh newborn. This is more like 0 to 3 months. All I did was I went up a needle size. All the patterns that I use are going to be down below because I never remember the pattern off the top of my head. But I'll have them written out, like the pattern and the person who wrote them, in case you want to find them on Ravelry. I'll have a link too, but I don't think the Ravelry links work. I don't know. I put them there anyway, just in case they do. Some off chance. They never work for me. So I write out the entire pattern in case you want to look it up while you're on Ravelry. This is where I find all my patterns. Then there's this nice blue, and then our nice copper ones. Super cute. I love this pattern so much. Very simple, very easy. I cranked these out in like 2 weeks. Very easy pattern. But yeah, that's my sets. Those 3 things go together. Trying to go in kind of order. All of my stuff is in this giant bag. That's why you hear so much crinkling. Alright. You might have remembered from a few episodes ago, I had a bunch of scrunchies that I had finished, but I hadn't sewn together. For this fair, I did actually sew them together. It was this one and another one. The other one sold, so I still have this one. And then I made one new one. I decided to do a few solid colors. So this one's a nice dark pink. I believe the color is rose. These hair scrunchies, really easy. I'll link the pattern that I was inspired off of, but it is my own pattern. I mean, it's really just a big loop that you make. I can't really call it my own pattern, but I do my own stitch count for them because I have 2 different sizes. So that's what I do for that. Let's see, next thing that I made. Oh, I've shown this one before. Let's do this one. This one I completely finished out, so like I put buttons and stuff on. I know I've showed it before as a finished object, but I never sewed the buttons on, which is this adorable patchy sweater. Love this thing so much. It is, the cotton that I used is a little bit on the rougher side. It's the peaches and cream cotton. Usually you make washcloths out of it. I tried it out for this sweater. I don't think I'll use it again for a sweater, but it will be very durable. It also is very thick. The more you wear it, the more it'll soften up. But yeah, the first initial, it is a little rough. So I'm probably not going to use that again for a sweater, but I think this one came out adorable. I think this is size 9 months, 6 to 9 months, roundabout. So finally finished that one, like completely. Next thing that I made, it is a lot. I have a lot of finished objects this month. I was on a roll for the fair. I made so many things. This was the next thing. Me and my sister both did this. We made little baby bibs. And it's so cute. Like, we bought a pattern and we followed it. Very simple. We were gonna do like a border of ribbon, but it just wasn't looking right, wasn't working out. And I had bought these a snap kit. Look how cool that is. I am obsessed with snaps now. I've been putting them on everything. But yeah, I just really like how these turned out. They're really simple, but also they're easy to clean. You have some fun patterns in there, like a nice pink, we got a nice funky yellow. They're all cotton, so you can see. All of them have this light green backing, 100% cotton. So all you do is you toss it in a cold wash, just because of the colors, you don't want the colors to run. Toss it on a cold wash, gently dry, and you could use these for messy babies at the dinner table instead of using the plastic ones if you want a nice reusable cloth one. But yeah, really easy. And I used the sewing machine for the first time in like years. I was terrified at first, but I think driving has actually helped me, because I remember when I first was doing it, I was out of control and couldn't control my foot with the pedal. So I feel like now I have control because I know what it's like to drive a car. So driving the sewing machine is a lot easier. All right. I know, I'm going really fast. I have way too much stuff to be talking too much on one thing. This is, you might recognize from another video that I did. It's just inspired by shows. Is this little 9-month-old headband is inspired by Spy Time's family, or Spy X family. The little girl with her little hair clip thingies. I think it came out cute. I wish I had a little model in the right size so I could actually see what it looks like on a baby. But the actual base pattern that I used, I'll have linked below. I did go over it in that video as well, but it's a really pretty cabled pattern. I really like this base pattern, and it can be easily adapted to any size because you just need the circumference. So you knit straight. So if you want to make an adult size, you just use the pattern and just go until it fits around your head. So yes, there's that one. And then we get to the exciting stuff. This is all new stuff that I've done, which I am in love with. This is one of my favorite sweater patterns that I've made yet. I've only made this is my second sweater, so I can't really say it's my favorite one, but it was so easy and fun to make. And it looks so stinking cute. It's like a little hippie v-neck for babies. This is in size 3 to 6 months. The material that I used for this is so soft. It is a Pima cotton and this really nice rust coppery color. I am obsessed with this. I would wear this. I wish they had a pattern for this in adult size, because I would 1000% make this for myself and for my boyfriend and make us all wear matching ones. But yeah, I love this. This one, the pattern is from Yarnspirations, I'm pretty sure. So it's a nice free pattern. It sizes 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months. I'm pretty sure. But I always go, so if it says 3 months, I always say it's 0 to 3, because you never know with gauge. And then 6 months is 3 to 6. I don't like when they give just one number size, because in my experience, it's always 3 months or a few months before up to that size. It's never that size plus a few months. It's always less than up to that one number that they give you, if that makes any sense. All right, and now we're up to the really cute stuff. This is a jumper or a onesie that I made out of a recycled sweater. And look how stinking cute it turned out. I am obsessed with this pattern. It's a drops pattern. I modified it down here because I hate for baby patterns when they don't have a button or a snap closure. So I added a few rows onto the bottom so that I could fold this over and add some snaps. I didn't feel like figuring out how to add buttonholes or like how to regularly space buttonholes. So I decided to go with snaps because it's a lot easier and I think it looks amazing. And now it can actually be a practical piece of baby wear because you can pop that open and actually change a diaper. I learned the hard way from something I made for my son that did not have a snap closure. I had to sew it at the bottom and it is so annoying. I rarely put him in it just because I still have to change his diaper, and to do that you have to take his entire outfit off and it's just a hassle. You just want to get right to the diaper, get it over with, put the clothes back on. So I modified it to add snap closures, which I also did for this next one. This one is a set that I am making. I'm basically done. For an old manager of mine. I contacted her on Facebook. She's having a baby next month. So I contacted her earlier in the month saying, hey, I'm sorry I never reached out to you or said anything. Is it alright if I make you something? She was super cool and really friendly, and she was one of the best managers I've ever had. So I was like, please, this feels a little awkward, but can I make something for you? And she was like, yes, of course. She said I was prodding her for more information. So it was like, any favorite colors, animals, anything you really want. I was told pink and roses. So for a little onesie, this is what I came up with. This is for photo shoots mainly. It's not so much a practical garment. So I kind of turned it more practical. So it has the button straps, and then again, for this I added in the buttonholes because they wanted it just sewn on and then buttons put on for show. I turned it into actual buttonholes because I thought that was ridiculous. And then again, I added a snap closure onto the bottom. Easier to get onto baby, and hopefully get a little bit more wear out of it than just a photo shoot. This was made out of holding a wool and acrylic blend and a bamboo yarn together. So it is super fuzzy and soft and smooth, and it should feel amazing to a little baby on their baby skin. And then I added this really cute rose detail on it, which I kind of connected the entire set with. So that's the first part of it. And then I made a mini blanket buddy or snuggly, this, and I added a little rose on top. I decided a mini one because tiny baby, and I also didn't want to knit the square for that much. So decided on a mini one. I think it turned out adorably cute. And that little rose on top. And it goes so nicely with this. We got the color tie-in. And then I have little booties. Well, not really booties. They're more of ballet slippers. Look how sweet these are with the little flower on it. I am obsessed with these. So what this is, super easy pattern. Again, it's going to be linked below because I, for the life of me, never remember pattern names. You just sew it normally, seam up the bottom, you know, some increases and decreases to make that slipper shape. The ribbon, you just thread through the back. You can either have a bow at the front, or I really liked the whole ballet slipper idea, and you thread it so it comes to the back. Then you make a little bow back here. You can obviously cut it to shape if it's too long. I figured it would be safer to leave it long, just in case. This is only a newborn size, so unfortunately not as much wear out of this, but they are stinking cute. I originally started a different booty for this set, which I'll show in a minute, but I didn't read when I started it that it was for only size 6 months, not multiple sizes. So I had to scrap that one. I'm still gonna finish it, just not for this set. All right, let's see. Let me grab the almost done stuff, which I left over that way. Let me go grab it. All right, my almost done or on the needle stuff. I just lumped it together because I only have one thing on the needle right now. I mean, I have a bunch of pushed aside projects that I haven't touched in over a month, so I'm not gonna go over those. If I ever start working on them again, I'll bring them up again. But let's me start with the almost finished. Let's start with the baby booty that I started before I realized that it was 6 months and not newborn. These adorable slippers, they're little bobble slippers. This is just the foot part. I have to pick up stitches along here, and then there's a strap that comes across. This is from a book that I bought. I think it was this month. It might have been last month. This book I've been drooling over for a while and wanted to buy it, and it was on clearance at Hobby Lobby, I think. No idea why, but I immediately grabbed it because I think it's originally like $15 or more dollars, $16. I had it on clearance for $5, so obviously I bought it. And I didn't realize that this is all English patterns. So English abbreviations are extremely confusing. The slipper that I was working on took so long because I had to try to decode the abbreviations. It's almost like learning a different language. I got it figured out, but it was pretty difficult. Once you got the English versus the American abbreviations figured out, then it's fine. But the key wasn't even helpful. I had to go searching online. But that was that baby booty. So stinking cute. And I have my eye on a matching dress that's in there that I think I'm gonna make this summer in our little challenge series. So probably gonna finish these and then have a matching dress to go with it, which is it's so cute. I can't wait to finish that. Or start it, I mean. The other thing that is almost finished, it finally finished blocking, is the baby bonnet that goes with the set. So we got the booties and we got this. The bonnet is a little bit on the larger side, so I am a little bit worried about it. I would say this might even be like 3 to 6 months. I'm not sure. It is looking really big to me though, so I might have to make a new one, which I already have my eye on a pattern that I can scramble and make quickly. So I think I'm gonna do that because after blocking, this did stretch out a bit. It is so soft and nice, but for some reason Bamboo says that it is a lightweight, which is a 3, and it is absolutely not. And I used a pattern asking for a lightweight instead of a fine weight. I think 2 is a fine, or fingering? No. 3 is lightweight, 2 is fine. I'm pretty sure. Correct me down below if I'm wrong. But I have learned from this is that you always treat this as a weight down, because it is not what it says it is. So I learned my lesson from this. Still gonna keep this. Probably, we'll see. Maybe I'll try to sell it at the next fair. It is so soft though. Bamboo is like silk. It's amazing. Hate to work with it though. Don't get me wrong. Love the feel of it. Hate working with it. It is my arch nemesis. But probably gonna be making a different hat. I have a flower to tie together with the booties onto the hat. I was gonna put it like over here on the side, but yeah, I'm gonna make a different one. So the flower is gonna go on the new one. And to match the slippers, I also have matching ribbons to sew onto the sides for tying. I like ribbon better than I-cords. For some reason for me, my I-cords always end up looking an absolute wreck. So I'd rather use ribbons than have a sloppy I-cord for tying it for around your baby's chin. And then the last thing, which is currently on the needles, the only thing I'm working on right now, is I am making a beret, right? That's what it's called, a beret. One of those French floppy hats. I just finished working on the brim. Now I'm going to start working in the pattern, make the poof. I have 2 days to finish this because this is a present for my brother's girlfriend who is coming on Wednesday, and her birthday is on Wednesday. Because of blocking, I don't think this is going to be done until Thursday. So I'll probably give it to her on Thursday, but I'm trying to finish it by Wednesday. But working on that, gonna be cranking this out all day today and tomorrow, and then hopefully all day Wednesday is just blocking. Wish me luck. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it. We'll see. But I am using a really nice super wash. I don't think it's merino. I think it's just wool. But this really nice hand-dyed wool. This is from Hobby Lobby. Nothing crazy fancy, but it's really soft and nice. And I was told the favorite color is blue, but she also looks good in green. So my brother chose this bluish green color that I had because he forgot to tell me in time for the festival that I went to. So I was very angry at him because I could have gotten it, but I also forgot, so also on me. So yes, that is all the stuff I am currently working on. Let me get into some purchases and then talk about some future plans. I need some water though. Throat gets dry after talking for so long. Alright, let's go into acquisitions. I'm gonna start off with 2-3 projects that I've done. They're not really acquisitions, but it's yarn related, so I'm including it here. The first is some natural dyeing experiments, which turned out pretty well. I used the base that I mentioned last time, the fisherman's wool, to do an untreated test of how natural dyes hold. So I used a white and a brown, so 2 different bases to kind of compare how the colors caught. So the first one is the white, and this is avocado, skin, and pit, and it made this really nice pink color. I was expecting brown, so I was kind of surprised when it turned out this pink, because I saw someone else try avocado pits and then it turned out, I think, browner for them. But mine turned out almost like a salmon-y pinkish. It is on the rougher side, but I think that is because it's untreated wool. I would have liked to, if I had remembered, I would have put alum as a pre-treat soak, but I didn't do that at all. I didn't do, or no, I did do alum. Cream of tartar, that's what it was. Is a softening agent, makes it smoother. So I wish I had done that for some of them, so I could compare how it feels. But overall, I'm happy with this color. The other one that I tried to do was coffee, which did not turn out how I wanted to at all. I was hoping for a rich brown, forgetting that coffee stains like a tan color. So for the brown base, I did that with the coffee. So I was hoping more for a rich brown if I used a brown base or a naturally tan base. And it almost turned out green. It's like this kind of yucky brownish green color. Not a fan of this at all. Definitely not going to be using coffee again. It does look a lot better on the white base. I did one on the white base. This is more of like a tan color. This one's fine. I don't know why it picked up green on this though. You could really see next to each other. This almost looks greener. It's kind of weird. The tan is fine, but again, I was hoping for brown. And then the last one is I did one of the brown bases in the avocado skin. And this one did turn out more brown because of the base, but it still is like this pinkish color. So you can see next to each other. Compare, this is a white base. This is like the grayish brown base. So it was interesting. That was my little experiment early this month, or I think the end of last month. I think it was right after I did the other podcast episode. So this was my dyeing experiment. All of these are 20-ounce skeins. I think they're ounces. I don't remember if I did grams or ounces. I have to measure again. I'm pretty sure I did ounces. So all of these are 20 something, either ounces or grams. So similar weight, similar everything. I spun them into skeins of the same size so I could get like an accurate experimental reading of how these reacted with dyes. So yeah, I have to knit something up in this just to see how it feels, maybe after a few washes, a few wears, because right now it feels really rough and sticky and not really a fan of how it feels. So I have to knit something up with it and see if I like it better then. The next two things that I've done is taking apart sweaters. So I will show you this one that I took apart, which is actually what I made this onesie out of. It's this yarn. It was, I think this one was the Lululemon. No, I think that one's still there. I bought a Lululemon sweater from the thrift store and it just, not a flattering sweater at all. So I'm taking it apart. I think this was a different one. This one is wool, merino, and I think cashmere, which is weird because it is kind of on the rougher side for having those soft ingredients in here. So I'm wondering if this is untreated. I still haven't done an experiment to see if it'll felt. So that might be a nice thing. If this is untreated and it felts, I can make like some bags out of this. Some really cute felted things. So I really have to get around to doing that test. The other thing that I did is I am still taking it apart, but this really nice flax color, the light is really washing it out. It's like an oatmeal color, flaxy oatmeal. There, you can kind of see the variation in there. It's like an oatmeal mixed with a white. It looks really nice. It is, I think I have the tag over here actually. Here it is. This one is 60% wool, 20% nylon, 15% Angora rabbit hair, and 5% cashmere. So this is a really exciting blend. It is on the delicate side, probably because of that Angora and that cashmere. But I'm excited to get this washed and use it because it is going to be so soft once it's clean. So, yep. That's what I did. And now on to our actual acquisitions that I got at the fair. Super excited for this. I'm going to start off with the boring thing. I got wool soap. They had it for $5. My mother told me it was a ripoff, but it's $5 and I needed it. So, and I'm supporting a small vendor business, so I'm okay with that. I got a scented one because the one that we have is unscented, so I wanted to dribble a little smell in there. So I got eucalyptus. Now for yarns. These I bought to use together for a striping sweater and probably have a matching hat and maybe gloves. But look how beautiful those are together. This is by 7th Floor Yarn. They had a little clearance section or sale section, I think for out of season color works or discontinuing color. I think, what is it called? Discontinued colors. This is 75-25, so 75% superwash, 25% nylon, I believe, for all of them. Yes. Yes. All of them are that 75-25 blend. So superwash is perfect for children because their stuff is going to need to be washed a lot. So I was thinking this would look so nice together in stripes for a little sweater. And then making hats to match that. Could maybe make 2 to 3 depending on the size that I make it in, especially with striping. So really happy with that. I have been so drawn to the neutral like fall colors lately. And then, oh, I actually have one yarn downstairs. I'll run and grab it after this. All right, so I have never worked with mohair before. And so me and my friend both decided to get mohairs to try it out. So I got this beautiful brown mohair. It is so soft. It is kid mohair, which I believe is goat. And it is 72% mohair, 28% silk. So you can just imagine how soft and fluffy this is. No clue what I'm going to use it for, but it's gorgeous and I love it, and I need to find a use for it because I just wear it like this. It's amazing. This is by Lily Loops. I believe she's based out of Brooklyn or Staten Island. I think it was Staten Island. I got some fuzz in my mouth. So I got this, and I was just gonna get this. I originally was gonna get like a slate color, but I don't have any yarn to go with that. So I thought a nice neutral, and this is so pretty. And then we were looking, and I found a yarn that goes perfectly with it. Look how amazingly that goes together. It's like it was meant to be. This is a worsted 4-ply. It's 100% superwash wool in the color caramel. What color was this? This one is cabin. I don't know. This little mess on the back. I think it says it's supposed to be cabin. I could be wrong. But these two amazingly together. So I got this. And then the other one, which I have to go run and get. My friend, I was debating between that brown and this beautiful blue color. And I decided on the brown. I was putting the other one away. And my friend snatched it out of my hand before I could put it back. And she was like, I'm buying this for you. So she bought it for me as a present, even though I told her not to. But it's such a pretty blue. Let me go get it. All right, this is the colorway that I got. That was a gift from the same place, Lily Loops. This is organic merino wool, which is why I was debating it so hard. It is only 1 ply, so this is gonna shed a lot and be very delicate to work with. But look at that color. And it's organic and eco-friendly. So she bought this for me, and I am absolutely using it for something on myself. I don't know about a scarf, but maybe like a little tank top. I feel like I've never made a tank top for myself. I might try to do that over the summer as a little treat myself gift. But oh, there's actually one more thing that I got. To remember how I was encouraged or persuaded, put it that way, to start up spinning again. I bought a few, what are they called for spinning? The wool, what is it called? I'm blanking. How it's like already in the long length ready for spinning. It's called something. I'm blanking. But I got wool for that. I've been loving the natural colors. So I got this beautiful brown. This is from a specific sheep. I don't remember who she said it's from, but all the different bags are from different sheep for the natural colors. So this one is beautiful. I love this brown, and probably this month I'm gonna get back into spinning and see how that turns out. I was not very good. Actually, I think I just found one of my first attempts at spinning. Let me see. I'll find it some other time. When I spin, I'll show the comparison. But I have the first yarn that I ever spun, and it's terrible. So I'll do a comparison to see if, you know, some time away has made me any better. Now that's all the things that I have done. Let me get into some future plans. I plan on making a few more of these solid color scrunchies. All my scrunchies are made of bamboo, so it's very silky and soft and easy on your hair, just the way silk is. That's why I decided to use that for hair ties or scrunchies, because it's very delicate on your hair. So I want to make a few more of those in a few different colors. I mean, the challenge that I'm going to be doing with my friend, that is also to encourage us to make new things. So our prompts on there are going to cause us to use our creative brain muscles and make new things. But one of them is make something new. I don't remember when it is, but there's this dress pattern that I mentioned in that book I really want to make. So I'm either going to do that, or like I said, that tank top that I kind of want to make out of that. I'll see. Because I want to use that for something for myself. And I never knit anything for myself. So I think that's my plan for that. That or a shawl. I've also never made a shawl. But shawls kind of intimidate me. It's a little bit too big to step into that yet. So let's see. I want to start making fox things because we're working over the summer to get stuff ready for our fall craft fair. So the next one we're going to be doing is going to be end of August or September. So I think September, because I think something's going on in August. I don't remember. But I want to make fox things. Fox things are adorable, and it's so fall, and I have so many patterns collected that I want to make with foxes that I'm really excited to get started on that. So that's a big one, is fox. So let's see, what did I say? Hair scrunchies, either dress or a tank top, and what's the last thing I said? Foxes. Something with foxes. Those are kind of the general ideas I have. I don't have anything really planned for this next month. It's gonna be a fun, creative month. We'll see. Oh, and I also have to make a new bonnet because that bonnet is way too big for a new baby. So I guess that's a more urgent one that I'm gonna get started right away. But yes, that's everything knitting related. So if you're here just for the knitting part, that's over now. I'm going to talk about some books that I have read and TV shows. So for books, I have been reading, what is the first? I think it's the Guild series. I'll have the books down below, but I breezed through like 3 of them. It's a Midas reimagining, like the Gold Touched story, and it's retold in such an interesting way. I absolutely love the storyline of it. It is a spicy book, which honestly it doesn't get spicy until book 3, and I never say this about books, but I almost wish the spice was left out, because the story can absolutely stand on its own without any of that brought in. Never thought I'd say that, but I'm actually not really a fan of the spice in that book. But the story itself is so creative and so well told and reimagined. I'm in love with it. I'm already on book 4. I think there's only 4 books in the series. I don't know. I've just been going, just breezing through them. It's been really fun to listen to. Is it Gold Touched? The books are called like Glint, Gleam, Glimmer, gold themed titles. I am so bad at remembering names of things, but I know that they're really good and I really like it. And it starts off like, it's such a female empowering book. Like, you start off with the main character kind of bringing herself down, keeping herself down here, and as the story progresses, she comes into her power and basically becomes the powerhouse of the entire story, which I love those books. Seeing something come into them, seeing someone come into themselves and come into their power is always a good series. TV shows, I have finished one, which was Only Murders in the Building. Very good series. There's some dips and downs, some boring parts, but overall it was really good. I would probably give that, oh, I didn't give the books a rating. 4 out of 5. Only Murders in the Building, I'll give it a 3.8. I did binge all of season 2, so that one bumped it up. Season 1 left it at 3.5. Season 2 brought it up to a 0.8. And then what I find myself watching a lot right now is MasterChef Junior. I don't know why, but that show is really fun to watch as I'm working. Just seeing the little children stressing out and cooking. The stuff they make is incredible. And I would say it makes me feel bad, but it has inspired me before to cook more things, so it's just a fun thing to zone out and watch. Reality TV type thing, but a lot more innocent. But yes, I think that's all I've been watching, honestly. Yeah, that's all I've been watching, listening to. I started listening to daily 10-minute Bible talk things on Spotify. That's the other thing I've been listening to. Audiobook, the Bible. It's fun to just put it on and zone out instead of having to put aside time that I don't necessarily have because of child and working. So it's nice to listen to it as I'm working, knitting, and yeah, that's all I've been listening to, honestly. I haven't really been into podcasts lately. I've just had more fun watching shows and listening to books this month, which is an improvement for last month, because I don't think I read anything last month. It's a very bummer of a month. Oh, there's another one that I read because I joined an online book club. We did You Are a Badass. Don't remember who it's by. It was one of those self-help books. It's a pretty good book. I mean, it's the same old stuff repeated as a lot of the self-help books, but it was definitely a good read. I really like her writing voice and her tone. It was, even though it was a lot of redundant things that I've heard before from other self-help books, her storytelling style is really funny and entertaining, so it was really easy to breeze through that. So that's everything I've read and everything I've watched. Yeah, like I said, it's been a semi-productive month, but that's all I have for this month. If things come up during the weeks, I'll update you in my regularly scheduled videos, or if you want to check out my Instagram, all of my social medias will be linked down below if you want to check me out and follow me on there. If you're interested in the challenge, check me out on Instagram. All that stuff will be posted on there when it's done. in time for June. So it's only like a week or two. I think it's a week and a half until that's launched. So very excited for that, and I will see you either next week or next month if you only like watching the podcast episodes.